Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am delighted to tell you that I now have all the pieces necessary to fit this GTS sports design front bumper onto the 981 Boxster. Let's go and do it. And with that, yes, I have decided to buy a bright blue bumper. Hi, I'd just like to order some parts, please. One last look. As you remember from the last video, this was a sapphire blue bumper. It had holes for the headlamp washers and the parking distance control. So the paint shops had to prep it, but fortunately there wasn't any damage. So it was quite a straightforward job to them, and they've done a really good job in painting it guards red. I think they've got an excellent match. Of course, we'll find out when we fit it to the car. But look at it, it looks really good. I can't wait to get it fitted. Now, as you can see from the introduction, sourcing some of these parts wasn't quite as straightforward as I would have liked. The two most challenging parts to pick up were the lower spoiler and this part here, which sits in behind the grille there. They were really difficult to get. They were on very long lead times from Porsche. Now, I ended up waiting about 9 weeks for the lower spoiler to come in. Now, this piece I managed to source from a man named Michael in Germany, so thank you very much for sending that. A lot of people are unwilling to send from the EU now to the UK, so shout out to you, thank you so much. Anyway, I've got all the bits and pieces. All that's left to do is dismantle the car again and have a go at fitting them. Let's go do it. It's a bit of a moment of truth here. I understood that these would fit. It's obviously a different part number for the GTS because they're tinted, but on the S they aren't. So hopefully they fit. They look the same. Let's give it a go. Yeah, looks good. I also had to buy this piece, and it just slots in into here. Clips in. Has a screw hole here for attachment onto the bumper, but that's it in. Now we can clip it into the bumper. Porsche's finest engineering solution, their tie wraps. The bumper is complete, all of the trim pieces are put on, the lights are installed, and I've even installed mesh on all of the openings. Now let's make some modifications so that we can install it. remember the temperature sensor? So this is a pedestrian protect bar, and it's a slightly different shape to support the nose cone. Anyway, everything is now installed, so we should be ready to install the bumper and see how it looks. Wish me luck.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race, every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Okay guys, day 64, we're moving on. As you could see last night, I was struggling to get the bumper on. I called it a night and we're starting again now. I've since realised, after doing a little bit more research, I should have realised this from the start, but you miss obvious things sometimes. There's pieces here, it obviously attaches onto the frame that holds the radiator. The centre radiator sits there, there's a frame that sits behind it, and this clips on. What that means is though, is that it goes behind this bar and not in front of it. So I was trying to push the radiator on and it was getting stuck. So I'm going to have to go and get some more parts. It's probably going to take a few more days. If it's 9 weeks, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm back in the game. I've got a retaining frame, and in this box hooray! So normally the centered radiator would sit inside here, and then what would happen is the air would flow through, hit the radiator, come down and out and under the bottom. So it's starting to look like a quality install now. So this piece here is the last piece that should hopefully connect this all together. So basically it's going to slot in behind and attach the middle section of the bumper to the air dam, and I'll be able to secure that onto this piece. Let's make some progress.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
I struggled to get the bumper on, but I've got it on now. The reason it wasn't pushing all the way in, the air dams that are here had kind of tucked themselves under this lip, and I was trying to push them in and they wouldn't go. But because the grills are there, I had to use a narrow screwdriver, and I managed to to push them up a little bit. So I think the bumper's on now. Going to get the bolts tightened up, align everything, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So hey guys, what do you think? Was all of that effort worth it? That was difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Getting the parts, making it work, having to go and get more parts, the bumper not going on. Oh, I almost gave up, but we got there in the end and I'm really pleased. I think it was definitely worth it. I love the new longer front end, I love the openings. I'm really glad that I put mesh in behind and not right across the front. Maybe someday I'll come back and add that centre radiator. I like the new smaller number plate plinth which I got. I've got a shorter plate so that'll bolt on there quite well. But yeah, it's got a recognisable sort of authentic Porsche look. The Boxster was maybe a little bit too nice before, and so same with the Cayman, and that I think this really ups the game. There's a reason people love the front end of the GTS. It complements the ducktail at the back and the diffuser as well. It all just ties together now. I'm really happy with it. So I'm sure you're going to have lots of questions and comments. Please leave them below. How much did it cost? Why did you go for that and not the GT4 one? I'll be glad to answer them. Maybe we can cover that in a separate video. Just ask away. Woohoo!